Hey guys, Ken Wentworth here. Almost forgot my name. That's not a good start, right? Mr. Biz. I wanted to jump on here. Another uh, critical business lesson that just happened. One happened a little while ago, the bad part, and then the good part just happened fairly recently. So a good business lesson learned. So I had a business I was helping that was a jewelry store, and they had been in existence for a long time, and they they're located at a single location. They're located in a very affluent area of Columbus, Ohio, and near the university, near Ohio State University. And they had a lot of customers when they first opened, and they've been in business for, gosh, 30, 35 years, 37 years, something like that, a long time. So their client base, was very affluent. A lot of high-ranking officials at Ohio State, and consequently Ohio State donors and board members, and high-ranking people, very affluent people. So great for their business, right? And again, I should mention this kind of stuff we cover in my. If you go to MrBizProgram.com, you can see some of the things we do there, helping your business, run it more efficiently, avoid some of these obstacles like we're talking about here. So if these videos are helpful for you, and you want me to help you with your business specifically and all that good stuff, go out and check out MrBizProgram.com. So anyway, back to the story. So this jewelry company, they didn't keep an eye on their customer base appropriately over the years because they were making a lot of money, frankly. Things were working well, but they didn't stay in front of sort of what I'll call their customer base trend. And you might know what direction I'm going with this. So as you can imagine, as their customer base got older, that particular area of town didn't have a lot of turnover. As far as younger people moving in and older people moving out, so their customer base got older and older. So as you can imagine, in the jewelry business, even if you don't have a jewelry store or jewelry business, you can imagine how that works. Is that people buy jewelry probably when they're in their 20s, maybe they get engaged and married, 30s, whatever. Then maybe in their 40s and 50s, they're husband and anniversary gifts to the wife, and diamond earrings as you hopefully have a little bit more money, a little more discretionary income, and so you're spending money on jewelry then. And then you get in your 60s, and it probably starts to dwindle a little bit. You get in your 70s and 80s. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people that are buying jewelry when they're in their 70s and 80s, right? Not most people anyway. And so that's exactly what happened to them, is their customer base continued to age and their business continued to go down. They didn't stay engaged with their business, or their customer base, I should say. And so they continue to go downhill. They're still doing the same great stuff, great service, everything, right? And so you might ask, well, geez, how do you do that? Especially if, jewelry stores, people generally don't travel a long ways, especially nowadays. Gosh, you can buy jewelry online, right? I mean, look at Blue Nile, how successful they've been with that. So it becomes more and more difficult to stay competitive, right? So you might say, well, how the heck do you do that? Well, here's one way, and it's a success story. So there's another business that I'm on the advisory board for, that is a financial advisory firm. They help you with your retirement planning and all that sorts of stuff, right? Great company, and literally at our last advisory board meeting, they are staying in front of that customer base trend. In that, one of the things we talked about was, what are some ways that they can begin to form relationships with their existing customers' kids? And for a variety of reasons. Not only that potentially they could end up being, their kids can end up being, their current customers' children can be their clients, of course, but as mom and dad get older, and as things, maybe their health deteriorates or something bad happens, the kids need to know where to go, where mom and dad's assets at, and have a relationship with them, so it's not an awkward conversation, and they stay in the loop. And in forming that relationship, now it becomes, they can, obviously mom and dad like this potential firm, or this firm we're talking about, particular firm I should have said. And so it's an easy transition for them to say, hey, their kids to say, I don't have a financial advisor. Mom and dad, who do you guys use? Do you like them? Yeah, we love them. Boom, right? So you can continue to grow your customer base and keep the average age of your customer base. That's really the message here, is to make sure that you're continuing to refresh that, right? You're going to have your bell curve, so to speak, of customers. But in certain industries, like some of the ones we're talking about here, that is very important to make sure that you're having some younger customers to offset, as your customers are getting older and maybe won't be doing as much business with you, etc. So you get both sides of this, right? You got, the jewelry store that didn't handle it well and let it kind of slip away from them, and so we're digging out of that hole right now, and we have been digging out, and it's going well. We've figured out some ways to do that. They've had some events at their jewelry store, so they've got some particular lines of jewelry that they have, and so we have wine and cheese events where they invite the family, right? They invite their existing client base, customer base, which is, again, the older folks that are maybe in their 60s, 70s, and they tell them to invite the kids. Bring the whole family, right? And so they're starting to form those relationships and get that back in line. And the financial advisory firm is already out ahead of that, right? So they literally are planning on some events, same sort of thing, having some family type events to where they can have the whole family there and forge relationships with them and continue to evolve with the customer base. And so you don't have just an aging customer base that at some point ends up sort of drying up or weans over the years. So again, if you'd like to have me help you with your business, the whole series of things, it's 5 weeks, and I think we've arranged it so it works really well with you're running your company. I know you wear a lot of hats, very busy, you don't have time for a lot of stuff, but this is literally a roughly a 2-hour a week commitment for those 5 weeks, so 10 hours over 5 weeks. And I'll tell you, if your business is struggling or you want it to be better and you can't devote 2 hours a week, you're probably not going to make it better, right? Let's be honest here. So something to check out. Go out to MrBizProgram.com and you can learn about how the program works and everything that's in it. We cover a different topic each week that's critical to business success. We talk about growing your revenue, how to control your expenses without hurting your business. We talk about cash flow, big long session on cash flow, just a whole bunch of things. Again, you can go out to MrBizProgram.com and check that out, learn. And if it's something you're interested in, great. We'll see you in the next session. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video, probably tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then.